Oh my God, the Gotham like Cloud9 fans were making me giggle. They had no theater decorum. None.
Oh, did they
Literally,
not?
Midge walks out and like, go Bats! Woo, 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 woo! I was clutching my pearls. I was like, we are on Broadway.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Sports Are Fun. I'm your host, Kelley O'Hara.
I'm the personality hire, BJ Beckwith.
And I'm Greydy Diaz, aka Midrange Mommy.
Thank you to everyone who is tuning in, watching on YouTube, and listening wherever you get your podcasts. We have a big week to go over. Shakeups in the NWSL, WNBA preseason tipped off. Were we right about an existing beef? We're going to get into all of that. But first, the big topic of discussion today, which we pushed our recording to Tuesday to account for. The Met Gala happened last night.
Woo! Bow, bow, bow.
BJ, you were there.
I was there. I wasn't at the actual Met. So.
Okay, but before you start,
Okay.
what time did you get home this
I got
morning?
home at 5 a.m.
That's wild.
Okay, so you're operating on how many hours of sleep?
2 hours of sleep. Started at
Fantastic.
7:30 a.m. the day before.
You're definitely at your best right now, huh?
I'm on a high.
All right. How was last night?
It was good. So in years, this is my third Met Gala.
Okay.
In years past, I was at the actual Met where I was on like the florist team, the scenic team. But this year I did a little something different. I started my day at the hotels where like the Carlisle where they get ready. So I did a pre-Met cocktail hour.
Ooh.
So as celebrities were getting
Pre-Met
ready.
cocktail hour, what time?
So it was from 4 to 6.
Oh, okay.
So as they were.
It was like 11 a.m.
No. They would like get ready. They would come down. Anyone who was wearing Cartier would come and then do a little selfie, a TikTok, some
Okay.
social media.
All right. And you ran that?
linger. No, I didn't run the social media of Cartier.
Well, like
but I ran the party.
Right.
I
Okay,
was on their
cool.
floral team and I was helping just like zhuzh things, make things look pretty. And then they would go into the paparazzi and into those hotel, you know, at like they exit the hotel. So I was there and everybody was there, which was really cool. We got
Amazing.
Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner. We had Chappell Roan. We had Coleman Domingo. So a lot of action and the hotel was packed.
Wow. We got to get into the fits. I chose, or I volunteered ish.
Yeah, we
To
suggested.
not, yeah, you guys suggested. I did really want to watch because I have watched in the past and I did record the entrance of the Met Gala. So I will go back and watch tonight. But I know nothing about what happened last night. And I deleted Instagram from my social media because we wanted to be able to blind rank the fits of the athletes. Because what's cool about the Met Gala in years past, and it's becoming more and more of a thing, and I feel like we're seeing more and more female athletes go onto the carpet and be included in the Met Gala, which is incredible. So we wanted to blind rank.
Unfortunately, it's just going to be you.
I know. So first of all, can you talk about the theme?
Yeah, so the theme was black tailoring, and then it was just like black tailoring through the years and super fine tailoring. I'm saying like tailoring a lot, but there's really no other way to describe it.
Right.
It's just like representing and honoring black artists throughout the years of their fashion and how they represent themselves. They had a couple videos come out of how sports athletes specifically also do that, how they represent with jerseys and how they represent in their clothes, and this is kind of like their suit of armor.
Amazing.
So very cool.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, should we get into the blind ranking?
Let's do it.
Okay, so if you're listening, pop over to YouTube. We'll try to describe. I'll have you describe like what people are wearing.
I might not know all the brands off
because
the top
my
of my head, but
my
I know some of
description.
them.
Okay, cool.
But
We'll tag team
again,
it.
if you're listening, we're gonna blind rank on YouTube. You'll be able to watch what we're seeing. So let's go. Okay, so just to be clear, blind ranking is we're getting 9 athletes, right? There's 9 athletes that we're gonna blind rank. These are the ones on Just Women's Sports social or that they posted, and I don't know who
What's
they
coming.
are and or what they're wearing.
Wow.
Therefore, I have to put them into position based just on initial reaction, not knowing what is to come.
And before you can't move them if you see the next person.
Correct. Right. I'm locked in.
You're locked
Yeah.
in.
Should you guys, are we going to allow you guys to kind of, you've seen that most
I've
of
seen
yeah.
them, yeah.
So should we allow you to,
Influence?
yeah.
No.
Really?
No, we can say like, oh, I loved this one, or like, like we can say our like opinions.
So like if I say 5 and you're not going to be like, ooh, you should definitely put that at like 8, you know?
well, I mean, I might be like,
Okay. All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and play this. So let's go.
Ooh, Angel Reese. It's actually her birthday today.
No way.
And she has a game today, but her coach was
Wow.
very accepting and, willing to allow her to, do something off the court. Super supportive, which I love.
kind of obsessed with this.
Yes.
Because
This is a Tom Brown ensemble.
Okay.
She's wearing 107 diamonds.
whoa,
just
where?
in our ears.
107 carats of diamonds.
In
like
earrings,
between all the jewelry
rings.
that
Oh,
she has
rings,
on.
right.
So I was like, are they? Is there
You're looking at her
embroidery?
ears zooming in like,
Start counting. I love this. It like is giving. Is this silly to say like a little like tuxedo? I like that it's like a bit like men's fashion with the collar. I like the broad shoulders.
I wish you could see the bottom.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah!
it's
Like I
gorgeous
love,
skirt.
I love the what I can see of the silhouette. Do you see these words that I'm using? Look
More
at me, I'm so
fashionista.
a fashion. I'm such a fashionista. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna put this. I don't want to put it 1 because that'd be crazy to go
And the
1.
bob,
But I
like,
mean,
right? Yeah, the
think
hair.
about
Yes.
everyone who's an athlete and think this is
Who-
my hint.
true.
Like, who were you expecting to show out?
That's true. That's true. But I don't know who's coming.
But like,
I
you would
know some of the
expect
people
Angel
who were
to show
right.
out. No.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put this 2.
Oh, that's very high. I like it.
Okay,
Good
we
answer,
get a
good answer,
clap.
good
Yeah, big
answer.
clap.
I love it.
Yes, let's
It's like
go.
Family Feud.
Okay. Wow, it's giving duvet cover on the bottom.
Oh wait, we forgot to talk.
She
we
did
have
collab-
Serena Williams.
Oh yeah, sorry. Serena Williams is
Oh, God.
next.
We have Serena
Love
Williams.
the color.
Do you know the designer? I
Gorgeous
actually don't.
color.
I don't know the designer, but I believe it could have been a collab with Montclair because she did tag them.
Oh cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that at least the bottom part could be
Yeah, that
Montclair.
is. Yeah, it kind of looks like puffy jacket situation a
Yeah.
little bit. Beautiful, gorgeous.
I love the color. I think it's beautiful. I love her
Gorgeous
hair color.
And her sister was there too, also rocking a pixie cut, which was very cool.
Yeah. Wow. This seems.
This is hard.
This is tough, guys. I feel like I'm
I'll
gonna
give
put
you a
a
hint. She
very
is a
difficult-
Vogue darling. Like
True. So
Vogue loves
therefore,
her.
she is going to be one of the
well
best.
dressed.
Well, now I'm almost like, shoot, knowing Serena and Angel, it's like I should have put. I mean, do I put this 1? Do I put this 3? Do I leave 1 open?
I think you should leave one open.
Okay, we're gonna put this
Yeah.
3.
Okay,
Fuck,
I like it.
4? I don't know
like
because okay, we're going 3. Okay.
No
Because-
take backs.
Wait, that's true. Because I'm more of like a suit girl,
Okay, yeah. So there might be a good suit.
so that's why that would
right.
like that's. So I'm gonna go.
You gotta
I'll go
leave the
3
door
because I
open.
do think that love the color, love the fit. I think it's gorgeous. I like the like sheer through the like. I think that's super interesting.
Mhm.
Again, she could roll up on the carpet and go to bed if she wanted to. Truly, she's
Yeah.
prepared.
I don't know if that was the goal.
No. But no, this is beautiful.
So 3.
3. Ooh, okay.
We have Simone
my- yes,
Biles
sorry.
in a high-low. It was a trend of a high-low where it would be
Yes.
like, do you know what a high-low is, or do I
No,
need to explain
tell
it?
me.
So it'd be like legs showing in the front, but then it drapes in the back.
Oh, cool. Okay.
A lot of stars did this.
Yeah.
She's wearing the designer Shara.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Tell me more.
obviously there were many black designers that they chose, which I love. And yeah, I mean, I love this. I mean, it's very bold. To me, it's simple, but very bold. Obviously, the back part is not simple. It's not simple.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
super-
love this. I
And
think
her
it's-
husband was
she
on
looks
the carpet
stunning.
with her too, and he was dressed in a full white look with a fur shawl.
Wow. Dang. I kind of want to see them together. I can't wait to go back and look at all the pictures. It was actually quite difficult to not go look because I know nothing about fashion, but I do find
But
it.
you love to see.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
so
No,
entertaining.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
correct.
gonna put this at 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm writing it down.
Okay,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
shout out.
I like it.
So we have Sabrina Ionesco and a long skirt, suit jacket, and then kind of like a padded bra.
Okay.
Okay.
She was styled by Sergio Hudson, and I want to say the sketch looked much better. I think this wasn't my favorite look.
Right.
Also, the sketch, the woman had a very different body too. So this didn't come out as I expected.
Yeah, I am.
But face is giving.
Right.
course,
Yeah. Look,
yeah.
she looks
Hair looks
gorgeous
great.
for sure. I am. Yeah, I'm not like wowed by
Yeah.
this. Therefore, wait, how many are we? We're ranking 9. I think I'm gonna have to put this at 9. Unfortunately,
That's okay.
That's
You
fine.
know,
That's okay.
Yeah.
especially after seeing the first 3.
Yeah.
But
So,
those
yeah.
were heavy hitters in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
know.
okay, good to know. All right, so 9. I feel comfortable with that. Sorry, Sabrina, I love you, but
And then here we have Shakari
ooh,
Richardson.
Okay, interesting. I need
Yeah.
to
It's
like. I
a
wish I could
silk
see.
purple on the top, and then it fades into a mesh silk on the bottom.
Okay.
And it's white, and then the tie in the middle.
I do love purple. I love lavender. I think the bows make this interesting. Okay, so I've filled 9, 6,
2, 3.
2, 3. Ooh. I'm put this at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shakari at 5.
Good answer. Good
Thank
answer.
you.
I'm curious what your number 1 is going to be.
Whoa.
Here we have Flau'jae Johnson.
Stunning,
I'm
right?
obsessed. This is one for me.
So she's in a dress by Walter
actually is.
Mendez.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at this gown.
Yeah, this to me screams Met Gala.
Yeah.
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 Which is why, like, looking at Sabrina, I'm like, I wish we went a little harder.
Right. Yeah, this screams
Met Gala.
Met
Yep.
Gala.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
very
this
on
is-
theme.
This is one beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, the silhouette is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool. Love the huge. I'm a big bow girl, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, love a big bow.
I'm not a bow girl.
I love
but
bows.
Do you like
this is
it?
gorgeous.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big bows, small bows. Okay.
Then we got Breonna Stewart in a 3-piece suit.
I love a 3-piece suit.
With the top hat, all white. What do we rank?
Also styled
oh,
by
wait.
Sergio Hudson. Actually,
Okay.
the entire New York Liberty
Oh,
crew that was there,
cool.
including Clara Wusai, who's the owner of the Liberty.
Yeah.
They were all styled by Sergio Hudson.
Cameron did say, she goes, oh, there's a bunch of Liberty girls.
Yes.
Because she was looking and I was not.
like,
Right. She was
what a
cheating.
time to play in New York. Like,
Right, I
I
know.
mean, that's amazing. You don't have
Right,
to
you're
fly
right
in.
down the
You're right
street.
down the street.
And I love it. I love that they all got styled by
The same person. That's
yeah,
cool.
that's
That's
really
a nice
cool.
touch.
Okay. This is 8 for me, unfortunately.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
You were literally saying, like, I love a
I know
suit.
I do, but
Maybe if you saw the full
Yeah,
body,
again.
like, no, this eats. Look at the
really,
Yes, look at every single detail. I feel like this is so
I
on
do think that
theme.
it
Oh
like
my gosh, I think it's beautiful.
It's very on theme, but I also see why.
yeah. I'm not
compared to,
like
yeah, you're not wowed.
I'm not
and that's okay.
wowed.
You want to be wowed at the Met Gala.
yeah.
Really? I love it.
Okay. I feel like Grady's giving me the eyes.
I don't know. It's up to you. But
Okay. 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 Then I'm gonna put it at 7.
okay.
Okay, 7. Oh,
John Quell
love.
Jones, also in Sergio Hudson, and I love the way that they styled her locks.
Yeah.
I
Full
mean,
Sick.
leather suit.
Oh hell yeah! This is 4. Easy.
Easy.
gorgeous.
Easy.
Amazing.
Like
So
this
cool.
turned my head multiple times.
100%.
I really like
Like,
that.
I
this
could not
is-
get over this look.
Yeah.
She looks
This is a
sickening.
look, and I guess Brianna's look too, but this is a look. Girls looked incredible.
Yeah.
Great job.
I have a question for
Slay.
you guys.
Yes.
What athletes would you love to see next year that you didn't see this year?
Ooh.
Trinity Rodman.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good
Oh my god, I can't.
one.
Trinity at the Met Gala. Oh, that's no. There doesn't need to be
A
another
one-hit
answer.
wonder.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
What
Trin.
about you? Anyone else?
I mean, I would love to see Paige Anazi, Coco Gauff, Asia Wilson, who could have come. I was told that she, thought about going, but she has a game today in
Oh,
Vegas,
yeah.
so I think it was a tight turnaround.
Yeah.
And it's the launch of her shoe today.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
How about you, Kelly?
I mean, Trin for sure. I'm trying to think
How about Midge?
of like.
My Shayla.
Your girl.
Of course. I thought I was only giving one though. So
Okay.
I mean, if I'm shouting out all my girls, Sophia,
Right.
Sophia Wilson, Midge Purse, Trinity Rodman, just put the whole national team on the carpet.
Yeah.
Post Olympic win, where were they?
Hey,
That is true.
Right.
I like it.
Maybe if we get a World Cup win, get them all on there.
Yeah, next time.
It's too bad though. It's like too much time between a World Cup and the Met Gala.
Right.
People forget, but
Not I.
yeah, exactly. BJ will not. He will be putting in his
Yeah, when I
comment
get
card.
up there, don't worry, I'll send you an invite.
A group that was not featured at the Met Gala, soccer players. So let's talk about NWSL, but probably because they're mid-season.
True.
And
True.
a lot's happening right now. A lot going on. Going into this weekend for NWSL, the top 3 teams after the weekend lost. How are
Okay.
you feeling that your Orlando, you asked for time in the group chat.
Yeah,
How are
I
you
asked,
feeling that your
for,
Orlando
I asked for
pride?
everyone to respect my privacy during this very difficult moment in my life.
And what
Do you-
went wrong? Like, how can
Yeah.
you rally the team?
Do you think?
I
you
mean,
think
we didn't score a goal.
Right.
And that's an issue. We
And-
need, we have scores on that team.
right?
Every game we need to come correct. And again, it's early in the season, so let's get
Okay.
these L's off now
Mm-hmm.
so that we can get the W's off later. Okay.
Right. Get the learnings from the L's.
Yes.
Is this their
Move forward.
second loss? Or their
This is their second,
yeah, their second loss?
loss.
Because they lost to the Spirit and they lost to Seattle
Portland.
this weekend.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Seattle.
Yeah,
KC
okay, yeah.
lost to Portland,
Yes. Hello.
right? You're like, what? So interesting. Yeah. And Kansas City has now lost 2 games since we,
Back to back 2 games.
right, 2 games since we
Tough.
went hard on them on some of their records. So
Should we apologize?
I don't know.
We messed up the mojo.
Do we need to make a phone call?
Right. Like, I'm sorry.
Don't take it too hard.
Right, like, okay, stop pouting.
And then Washington Spirit lost to Angel City at home. Huge game on Friday night.
Yeah, and before we even get into it, though, like, we gotta
yes.
like acknowledge how many injuries Washington Spirit has
Right.
versus the fully healthy Angel City.
True. I do think that Washington Spirit has been kind of hanging on by their fingernails with the amount of injuries they've had out and the players who have been injured, right? Trinity Rodman hasn't played in a couple games. Hal Hirschfeld's been out. This game, we didn't see Aubrey Kingsbury in goal. So I do feel like that's contributing to the loss.
Yeah.
All that is to say that if you didn't watch the game on Friday night, you missed out. It was a fantastic game. It ended up being 4-3 to Angel City. Angel City went up 2-0, I think.
2-0, yeah.
Spirit came back. Angel City went up 3-2.
3-2.
Spirit came back in, I think, the 90th minute, and then Angel City scored in extra time. So it was a bonkers game. That's the second Friday in a row that Angel City has played the Friday night game or one of the Friday night games and has had, the weekend prior, they had lost to Orlando 3-2. Also a fantastic game. So, Spirit, yes, I do think it's about the injuries, and also their coach wasn't on the sideline because he got a red card the week prior against Gotham.
And then the Angel City one got one.
Right.
That game.
He only got a yellow card, though.
He did?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he got a red card.
Fled the field.
I know.
Like
he ran
rushed the field.
Yeah. So at the end of the game for Angel City, when they scored an extra time, Sam Lady allegedly ran all the way. Not allegedly. He did. I haven't seen it.
I know, I didn't see it.
I was like,
clips.
can I get a video of this man running onto the field? I want to see him run all the way.
I would like to see it.
To the center circle, apparently.
Like, where were you going?
Exactly. And like I haven't seen that from a coach in the NWSL ever in terms of the distance in which he carried himself onto the field. And rightfully so, he deserved a yellow card.
Right. It wasn't a playoff game. Like, it's week 6.
Right,
Like,
but I kind of love it.
Like, yeah.
Because it really was that electric of a game. And all that is to say, like, the weekend before, they had lost 3-2 in such kind of dramatic fashion. For them to come back, I mean, again, if you haven't watched the game, go back, watch the replay. It's incredible. There's a couple things from the game that I want to bring up. One, the Thompson sisters connection. Giselle scores her first NWSL goal off of an assist from her sister, Alyssa. Incredible.
Super cute.
I didn't know that was her first goal. And then they're like, that's her first goal. And it's coming from an assist from your big sister.
I mean, they made history.
Write a better storyline.
Right.
Dare you.
Yeah.
Can't do
it.
it.
Was a beautiful play.
Oh, yeah. It was incredible. Also, I'm like, check your shoulder, Spirit. Defenders.
Well,
I have a lot of comments on the defending.
Coach Kelley.
We'll get into it.
The other side. So, yeah, the Giselle scoring her first goal, amazing. I also think that she has been playing really well and showing really well in that outside back spot and being able to show that she can defend on one side of the ball and then get forward and be in the box scoring goals on a transition like that. Exceptional. I think that's puts her in a really good place, potentially with the national team. But the other side of things for Angel City is their defense is not doing well, in my opinion. I mean, not even in my opinion. Objectively speaking, their defense is the reason that I think that they could be higher up in the table right now.
Yeah.
They have 14 goals against.
Whoa.
And it's the most, the only other team who has that many goals against is the bottom of the table.
Oh, wow.
So it's like we gotta clean up the defense. They have very good individual defenders, but collectively some of the goals that they're letting in, I'm like, these are very easily, if you make some easy adjustments, you're not getting scored on like this. So I'm just curious when.
And do you think these adjustments will happen once the new coach starts? Or is this something that should happen?
I think they're going to need to happen sooner. I mean, the new coach gets in June, but we'll see.
Yeah.
What sort of adjustments do you think they have to make?
I think that they are lacking from a overall leadership standpoint, because again, I think that they have really good individual defenders. I just think that they're struggling. Like their line is kind of all over the place when they're defending second services on set pieces. They're not stepping out of the box collectively. Like I just think they're quite disjointed, and I don't think that they are working as well as they could as a unit. And as a defender, like as an outside back, the reason that I was good is because I literally told everyone in front of me what to do to make my life easier.
Yeah.
So truly, like that's like half the reason why I was able to be as successful as I was, because I was super vocal and I just moved the pieces in front of me. I don't know if it's a keeper thing. I don't know if it's a center back thing. I don't know where the disconnect is coming from of like the communication, but it seems like it's lacking, and I think it's an easy fix in my opinion.
Yeah, and who do you want to lead that communication? Do you want the keeper, or do you want the center backs, or do you want the outside backs?
It starts from the keeper, but I think center back is the best position, because regardless of which side the ball is on, one, they're always going to be typically the one behind the play, right? So they can organize everyone in front of them. Two, depending on which side the ball is, they're always going to be able to look across the line one way or another and give that communication. Everyone should be talking, but usually you want your center back to be the one who is calling the line. I don't want to say the most vocal, because again, I think everyone should be talking, but you want that center back to be leading in that way, or a center back to be leading in that way.
Yeah. I am high on them right now. I do think
Me too.
that
Huge.
they're going to playoffs. I think that they're going to have a good run.
It's the best I've seen them play. I'm just like, yo, clean up the defending a little bit.
They seem to have all the pieces.
And one of those pieces, Riley Tiernan. Go off, BJ.
My front runner for Rookie of the Year, and I've been saying it since week 2.
Yeah,
I think I've been saying
you were
it for
hot
a
on
minute.
her early.
I was hot on her early, which I didn't know this until this weekend when they started posting content about her. She just won Rookie of the Month. They're posting that she was a trial player.
Yes.
And that she wasn't called up or wasn't signed, and then she had to kind of try out. And she did a little interview saying like, "Yeah, I knew I had to work hard, blah blah blah."
Oh yeah.
And now she's permanent.
She has a contract.
I think she's going to stay.
Yes, right.
But very high on her. I think she's just like a traditional 9.
For sure.
She just stays forward and does things. I don't know. She's just been very surprising to me every single week, and I really am high on her right now.
I am so impressed by her. One, I'm impressed by the rookie class in general.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a product of teams going and getting the players that they specifically want to fit into their system immediately, as opposed to having to go through a draft and just getting what you can get based on your pick. But one, rookie class, 2025 rookie class, already impressing me. But I will say that Riley Tiernan has been exceptionally impressive.
Yeah.
She is second in goals scored in the league amongst everyone. She has she scored 5 goals on the season. And like you said, I think it's one of the most exciting storylines.
Yeah.
And like coolest storylines of this season so far is her getting called into preseason camp. No contract offered, but you can come try out. Was a trialist.
Every game.
And she's, started every game and is second in goals scored so far this season. Incredible. Also, funny side note, I played with her sister.
Oh, no
at
way.
Sky Blue. Yes, I didn't realize this, but watching the game on Friday night, they were like, and Riley, like they named the 3 sisters that have, the sister pairings that have played in the NWSL, the Mewises, the Thompsons, and the Tiernans. And I was like, who's her sister? I don't know her. And then I was like, oh my God, Madison Tieran. We played together at Sky Blue. And knowing Madison, now I'm like, oh, this makes sense on Riley.
Really?
And I actually feel like I remember Madison talking about her little sister. She's 8 years younger than her.
Okay.
But I remember her talking about her little sister being like, she's going to be even better than I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice to say.
I know.
Wow, that's really nice. I also just like want to shout out, like every goal has been different for her.
Right.
Like, I think that's the most surprising part is like and this is also because we haven't seen her play that much, but like every single game I'm like, oh, you're whipping out something new.
Right.
And I'm very impressed.
No, it's really true. It really, to me, is showing she's like already has a complete player profile in that 9 position, like you said. Obviously, she's early on. A lot of people sometimes I think are like, oh, you do well as a rookie. You have nothing to lose. You go out playing that way. So it's like, can she consistently continue to score these goals, show this type of level of play? So
and once teams start scouting her more,
100%,
it's like interesting to see how she'll adapt.
Right, for sure. But, all right, well, let's give a thank you to the NWSL. They've been holding it down.
Yes.
Great weekend, great season so far. Again, great storylines, amazing things to follow and watch, and we have another weekend coming up.
Esther, first player of the month, since we already shouted out rookie of the month. Esther,
our girl, as she should be. She has been playing really well.
Golden Boot leader.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, this weekend we got our first taste of the WNBA with preseason games. Let's get into it. First look of Paige in a Dallas Wings uniform on the court. Thoughts?
I think she looks good. You know, she had 10 points in her first, showing. And again, it's the first showing.
Right.
It's preseason.
Right.
There's so much more to build off from. So I think she looks comfortable. I think she looks good. She did like catch herself in between like a screen, and she got, I think, like hit in the chest. And it's like, girl, welcome to the league, baby.
Head up,
like,
gotta be looking.
these girls are strong. So
Right.
get your weight up, because
Yeah.
that's the first of many times.
Do you think that was her welcome to the league moment? Everyone talks about
Nah,
the initiation.
I mean, no, I think there might be a bigger one coming. She might get crossed. You never know.
Ooh.
You never know what could
Grady's
happen.
like-
She might
Grady's
get dunked on this season.
Ooh, that's true.
It's possible.
Grady's like, she's lucky if that was her welcome to the league moment.
Yeah. And then you had A'ja Wilson on the other side, that
Right,
was
what
the
a way to
opponent. And
start.
just, I mean, she was hooping. It looked like just another game for her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
could tell that she put in work in the off season, and A'ja just looked really good. And we'll see how that Aces team looks.
All right. Well, speaking of A'ja Wilson,
yes.
you are rocking her A'ja 1.
Yes, Asia's signature sneaker.
Let's hear about it.
It drops today. I
Okay.
had the chance to run it yesterday, which was really cool. And I saw the sneaker back in February. I had it in hand, but this is the first time I ever got to play in it.
Oh, really?
So I did drills. I stretched in it. I
Okay.
played 5-on-5, and
Yesterday. You were playing.
Yesterday.
You're hooping.
my thing
Mid-range
is-
mommy.
yes,
out there.
And I want to tell you guys, I won't rock anything I don't like.
Same.
And this silhouette is beautiful. Number one, she's already shown many colorways in white and blue.
I love the pink.
It's a
The pink is
beautiful
really
silhouette,
cute.
and it's very comfortable. For me, the shoe has to be comfortable. I
Right.
had no blisters after working out. I didn't feel close to the ground, which was really nice. So there's cushion all around, bottom, around. Like, I just feel super protected, and it's a low cut shoe. But they did a really good job with the storytelling. She has a lot of Easter eggs on the shoe. So, you got to cop a pair and kind of, see it for yourself. But great shoe. It runs not true to size.
Oh.
So definitly size up. I would say half a size.
Oh,
This is a
interesting.
half a
Good-
size
good
bigger than what I
shout
usually
for the people.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just a great shoe. And she's the first Black woman athlete in 20 years to have a
Damn.
shoe at Nike.
That's
It's
not,
been 20
that's
years, so
not
this
okay,
is a
but
moment.
Yeah, that
It's
is a
long
moment.
overdue, but absolutely worth the wait. So congratulations, A'ja Wilson. We're so happy for you.
Big time. Also, I love a Grady review.
I know that was a good review.
Yeah, and also like you just gave the people what they need to know
Yeah.
if they're gonna get the shoe.
Yeah.
Gotta size up a little bit. That's smart.
yeah, like I
Absolutely.
didn't know that.
There you go.
Yeah, because you hate having to go back. And
Oh my
return.
God,
That's
yeah.
the worst.
I have a
feeling.
question. Most basketball shoes, can you just wear them straight out of the box, or do you have to break them
No.
in? Okay.
So I've played in many shoes where I've come out of them with just blisters and they
Really?
hurt so bad
Ugh.
to the point where I'm never putting those back on,
Right.
or a shoe might not have the cushion that I need.
Right.
So for me, like,
Are these going to be your go-to
I
now?
have to. These are one of my go-tos. I love the Sabrinas, and the Sabrina 1s and 2s were also sneakers I didn't have to break in my first outing with them.
All right.
Super comfortable, felt great. So what Nike is doing on the women's side is super impressive, because I'm not gonna lie, I recently tested out a pair from one of my favorite players, and I didn't like the third iteration.
On the
I thought
men's
it
side
was
or
worse.
the
On the
women's
men's
side?
side, I thought it
Okay.
was worse
From Nike.
And the women, at least with Nike and their women releases, they're
Right.
starting off strong with the first iteration.
Awesome.
So
Love
that's,
that.
I mean, the technology that they're using is
Yeah,
prime.
I feel like back in the day with soccer, you had to like, it was always like, oh, you can't wear these boots for more than 15 minutes. You got to break them in. And it's
Right.
like, I never had that issue when I played with my Under Armour cleats. Like I literally put them on right out of the box.
You were good.
Entire game could go.
You could probably
freshies
put
out
them
of the
on right
box.
now.
Yeah, 100%.
Break the box.
No, put 'em on. Apparently it's anyway. I was gonna say it's like boot summer. Somebody was wearing.
Oh no,
boots.
let's talk about it.
Okay, let's
let's
talk about
talk
it.
about
Like
it.
Soccer cleats?
Yeah, somebody
Yes.
was wearing. Who was it? Somebody wore soccer cleats walking into a hotel yesterday ahead of the Met Gala.
Yes.
In anticipation of soccer or boot summer, and then it was a Grady's rolling her eyes.
Wait, I don't understand.
Okay, because they were saying that like they're
It's a
trying
new
to
trend.
make it a thing ahead of the men's World Cup. Is that what's happening?
I don't know, ahead of whatever, it doesn't matter. This should not be a trend. Keep the cleats on the field.
First of all,
what is this?
No, you can't be clomping around Soho
But there's like
wearing
grates
soccer
and
boots.
stuff. Like
right.
you're going through them.
Yes.
Exactly.
So,
No.
like, that
I'm
hurts.
all for the promotion of football and soccer in this country.
Absolutely.
But let's be real.
Wait,
Yeah.
honestly, wait. Let me be real. I kind of like this.
Oh, do you? Or
if-
you're just gonna be prancing around Soho,
Like
stomping in your.
like a like a
you're gonna be clicky clacking.
like for like
the
a
whole
gag,
time.
like the
It
gag
can't be
of it all.
comfortable.
No, like just for like the guerrilla marketing of like the World Cup's coming. Like that's what I like.
Okay.
Am I gonna wear cleats? No.
No. People be careful if you wear soccer cleats anywhere but the soccer field.
Maybe wear them around your neck. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Around on your purse, like
that's cute.
Yeah, right. That's cute.
Right.
Accessorize.
Nutrient
Accessorize with them.
Yeah,
if you're wearing them on your shoe or on your feet, might have to tape your ankles. You've heard it here
To go on
first.
grass.
All right. Next for WNBA preseason, we had the Fever and the Mystics line up against each other, and this game got a little chippy. It went to overtime.
Yes, an overtime preseason game is wild.
It is.
Like,
I
being
literally,
so for real,
I thought the same
please.
thing. I was like, when I was going over this morning, I was like, because I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't realize it went to overtime. I'm like, good for them for going
But if
for
this
it.
is a preview for the season,
right.
No,
Bravo,
like
I
literally,
love
like
it.
I'm just
Love
literally
it.
sitting there and just reading the comments. I was like, "Y'all, my show is back on."
oh
It's
yeah,
so true though.
They're
It
getting
really
chippy
is.
very early. I
Right.
love the energy, and I think a few months ago I did say I hope they bring that energy from Unrivaled to the
Right.
league, and even the ones that didn't play at Unrivaled have brought that energy to the league. and I love
100%.
it.
Kiki and Sophia went at it at one point.
Yeah, and Kiki, who's a rookie,
Right.
like she didn't back down.
No, 100%.
Which I
She
love.
was out there giggling.
I love.
No, for
She-
sure.
she made a
no, I
fan out
think
of me.
that's the reality. When you go from one level to the
Yes.
next, you have to be ready to be like, I belong here and I'm going to bring
For
it
sure.
and I'm not backing down because I'm new or I'm a rookie, that sort of thing. I also think that the point you brought up the other week of the WNBA having so few, first of all, so few teams and then so few spots for players to sign contracts and be a part of a team. Preseason at this point is someone's
Cutthroat,
livelihood.
yeah, you know,
right? Like
cutthroat.
they are playing for their livelihood. So the fact that it went to overtime shows you how important these games are because this
Absolutely.
is whether this might mean I'm getting a contract or I'm not.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
You
That's
know?
a really good
And
point.
Sophie has a history of being a tough player, so she just got a little dose of her own medicine.
100%.
Which, at the end of the day, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
charge
it's
it to
not
the game.
personal,
It's
you
not
know.
personal. It's just, you're within the lines.
Swipe it to tap it to the game.
Yeah.
I love that. Caitlin Clark did not feature in the game against the Mystics. Did
Making sure she
join-
was good for that Iowa game.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
She
No,
had tickets to sell.
Yeah, Fever was like, absolutely not. You sit on the bench
Yep.
and you be ready to hit from your logo 3 spot against Brazil,
Yeah,
which she
had,
did.
She had tickets to sell.
Yeah, she had tickets to sell.
That was a
Which those
business.
tickets, the average resale was $440.
Actually, that's not as bad as I thought.
Really?
That's a lot of money
For
for
a preseason game?
That's a lot.
But like, she's not gonna be back in Iowa.
True.
Like
I
this
mean,
is
it
like a
is-
reunion homecoming.
Did I see the TikTok of the Brazilian team?
Trying
Trying to
from
hit
the
it.
spot?
Yeah, that was funny.
I was
really funny.
That
I was like, y'all be so
hilarious.
serious. You're about to play against them.
Yeah.
I know, and like all of them were
Yeah.
bricking it.
Literally breaking it. I was like, oh.
And also, like, did you see the score though? It was 108-44. I mean, losing by 64 points.
But at the end, you know, they were just
That's
having
tough,
fun. They were getting
man.
autographs from Caitlin. Like, they were just having fun.
Yeah, I get it, but oof.
Yeah, we have up on the screen right now Caitlin giving the Brazilians autographs on their own jerseys as if she is a Brazilian player.
Again, like we said, preseason, people be fighting for their spots.
Yes.
Some people already are feeling the harsh reality of roster cuts. BJ, anyone
Jayla.
you want to talk about?
Bree Hall got cut from the Fever. Very
Yep.
disappointed. But I was seeing stuff that's saying just because you're cut, and this is I'm going to turn to Greydy, you could get picked up somewhere else.
So
Absolutely, yeah.
Cheyenne Sellers got
Yeah.
cut from the Valkyries, and she just got claimed off waivers by the Dream.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
So what's that protocol like? Like, is it? I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
really
can get
don't.
picked up at any time.
Yeah.
Not- like at any time during this, throughout the season, especially if there's injuries. Like you're gonna see players get called up. It happens all the time.
right.
And then so let's say you are someone like if you're in Bree Hall's position and right now no one's picked her up. Do you go play overseas? Like, are you trying to?
No, you probably are
stay?
having conversations with your agent, and you're here for now because it's so early.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Anything
let's say
could-
the season starts. Like,
Yeah,
what's
you
her,
don't.
What's her
you-
game plan
I
to get
think
back
you,
to
you
this
probably
point?
stay here for a little bit
Okay.
because you want to be in the
Yeah,
WNBA,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just because your cut is not.
It's not over.
Correct. It's
Okay.
not. Stay hopeful.
Do we have something like that in like soccer and NWSL?
Yeah, so it used to be same sort of thing. You got cut and then you went into like the waiver wire or something, or like pool, and then people could pick you up. And I do think that there was, I don't know if there was like a pecking order around who got to have first choice and you had to pass on players or what as they arrived in it. I actually don't know. But yeah, if you get cut, it just means like your future is not here for now. It is hopefully elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's the reality of sport, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the other reality of sport, the cruel reality is injury. And Georgia Moore, ACL injury with the Mystics, devastating.
Yeah, we actually talked about this a lot in the group chat.
We did, yeah. It was really sad because, you know, the question is, did she have a contract prior to the injury? She is in preseason camp. Does that protect her? Like,
she was a first round pick.
right. We don't have those answers. I'm sure they are readily available somewhere. But hopefully, like the hope is that you're in with the team. You get injured, that team's going to take care of you and see you through that rehab process. If you need surgery, the rehab process, and get you back on the court. But weirdly enough, I don't know if we want to talk about this, but like allegedly, it happened after the Nationals throwing out the first pitch, which
is like a little curse.
Exactly. Which
literally Croy Bethune last year.
Exactly.
Same injury or
no, not the same
meniscus.
injury.
one was meniscus, one's
Croy.
ACL.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, I'm not letting any of my athletes near that mound.
I think it's time to let the Mystics front office know that we got to put an end to this.
Yeah,
Right,
Especially like
enough.
I mean,
that's crazy. Like,
given all
that's
the injuries in
weird.
general.
Truly,
We also had Katie Lou. She tore her ACL
When did she do that?
this past week or weekend.
Ugh.
Yeah. So there's so many injuries, like this ACL stuff,
It's-
like
yeah,
these
it's
knees. Like we
really-
gotta. I'm glad that there's going to be more research going
Right,
into that, more money
that's-
going into the research because this is a really big problem in women's sports, and it has been forever.
completely
You
agree.
know what
yeah,
I mean?
just to end the WNBA chit chat. The Wings got asked, okay, who's winning between a gorilla or 100 WNBA players? What do you guys
Hilarious. I mean, I'm taking the gorilla over anybody. Number one.
Wait, I just
Any
this
group of
trend
100
is
people.
so funny to
Yes.
me because I'm like 100 people is a lot.
I
Like,
know, right? I'm
but
like,
you know how strong gorillas are?
I think it needs to be even. Like,
Did you guys see that
50.
simulation online? I think it was on X or Twitter of a gorilla with 100 men, and the gorilla was just going crazy.
Like,
I
just
just feel like it has to
one
be like
by
1
one.
to 50. 100 is just like if
Yeah.
you can't beat him with 100, hold
well,
him down.
I guess it's like, what is our strategy here, guys?
There
as
has to
our
be
Are
a
we
strategy.
having like practices before?
Well, yeah, it's like what is our takedown method, you know? But I did think some of the reactions were quite funny, and
Yeah, I think Maddie
love-
Segrist was like, "Oh, like we need to like have some folks take the arms first and
Right.
whatever."
Right, yeah,
and Nola
exactly,
Henry, who's
strategy.
an assistant for the Dallas Wings, was like, "Is BG gonna be a part of that 100? Is Angel Reese gonna be a part of that 100? Is Big T gonna be a part of that 100?"
Oh
Then yes,
my
you know.
god.
So funny.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be, you have to think about who you want to be
Yeah,
part of that 100.
Exactly.
Yeah, who are you? Give me like your top 10.
Oh my, BG.
Who that you want
Tierra McCowan.
in fighting the gorilla?
Absolutely, I need
think
the
you want
big
all
dogs.
the bigs.
Oh,
And you know what? I'll
man.
take Tosh Cloud because she's a big dog.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, I'd
she
put
could
Tosh
do
in there.
something. Jonquel Jones.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, I'm
Yo.
getting everybody who's above 6'5" for automatic.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
You know?
obviously.
Are you gonna lend a hand? You can be number 100.
Well, I mean, how tall is DeWanna Bonner? I don't think she's.
Oh yeah.
But she might have that sneaky strength though, because she's really skinny.
Okay.
I don't
We
know.
don't know. Listen. We don't know who's winning between a gorilla and 100 WNBA players, but we do know who's winning in the group chat this week, and that is BJ because he got to go see Midge on Broadway.
I did.
In her debut in Chicago the Musical.
I'm holding up the pamphlet.
Yes, he is. You
Wait,
were so
so-
excited.
I'm so excited.
So Gotham reached out to me and said, "Hey, we heard you guys talk about Midge debuting, and do you want a ticket?" And I was like, "I am unfortunately out of town, but BJ would love a
Yes.
ticket." And they're like, "All right, we'll see what we can do." And they came through, and BJ, your reaction was so cute. You were so excited.
I was so excited. Well, one, Kelley just sent me a screenshot saying here.
Oh yeah, I
was
sent him a
like-
screenshot of how he could get his tickets from the person.
So
at
I was
Gotham.
literally like, and it was the show started at 7. This was like
Yeah, this
2
was
or
like 2
3
p.m.
o'clock, and I literally was like, what?
yeah, it was.
Wait, but your seats were really good.
No, it was literally, shout out to Gotham, thank you so much, the closest I've ever been in like a Broadway show.
Wow.
I was the
Way.
third
That's
row.
amazing.
Like I was so close. You know, people
Yes.
came in like Gotham gear, like they were wearing their
Oh,
shirts,
cute.
like really, really
Love
cute. Oh my God, the Gotham like Cloud9 fans were making me giggle. They had no theater decorum, none.
Oh, did they
Literally,
not?
Midge walks out and like, go Bats! Woo, 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 woo! I was clutching my pearls. I was like, we are on Broadway. We are not in Sports Illustrated arena. Like, come on.
Gosh.
But I was laughing, so I actually had a really good time with it. But so good. And she was not only did the first line, she had like a first little sentence. She went off for the rest of the first act, but the second act, the actors stay on the whole time, like on the stage, on the sides. So she came back on the second act and was on the stage the whole time, and then came on and was like, not an extra, like a part of the ensemble. So she was like doing little choreography with them, and she had little parts like she was a paparazzi, and she had like a little camera and a notepad. So she was acting down.
Oh my gosh.
And run her the Tony.
Wow,
So,
yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Run it up. Love that. Oh, that's so fun.
But it was so fun. I loved it.
Well, I'm glad you got to go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
For us.
Right. That was journalism. Investigative journalism.
Exactly.
You guys can send me anywhere you want for the podcast. I'll research.
Exactly. All right. Well, going from drama on the stage to drama at the Wings game.
Yikes.
There seems to be something going on with Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo. Was our guest co-host last week, Gab, onto something. She kind of brought up, like, is this part of the reason that transfer portal happened? So, thoughts?
I saw a lot of angles, a lot of videos.
I only saw this angle, so
There was one from literally the exact
The other
opposite side.
side.
And you can see the person in the video, in the other angle,
Yes.
recording them with
No.
this angle. And it's so funny.
Okay, do you want to know something?
What?
Before we get into like this, I do think that this, I'm like, is the security guard the MVP for being like, y'all are being recorded? Like, let's take this into the tunnel.
No, let us.
I mean,
let us
why were
finish.
they even there?
No,
They
I'm
should
saying
have
for
been
them.
in the tunnel.
You know, I'm like, I don't know if he realized,
Right.
but like he ushers them in, which I'm like,
Oh.
if he did, that's very
Sweet
sweet.
guy.
Very sweet of him.
But not soon enough because this did all get caught on camera and
Yeah,
So-
it was
What
the
do
you
hand
guys-
motions for me. I was like,
No, it
ooh,
was the
ooh.
head thrown back. I was like, ooh. The lip readers I saw on my social media were saying, they
Oh.
started off saying, what's up? Are we good? And then she said, why are you talking about me?
Oh.
And then the head was thrown back.
oh,
And then it was like, bro, I don't want to deal with you.
oh.
And then it was confrontation.
All right,
What's
wow.
crazy is that I want to say about a month ago, Olivia Miles went on IG Live, and somebody asked her, "Oh, like, is there beef?" And she was like, "Nah, there's actually nothing. We're cool." Like,
Okay.
so to see this, I was like,
All right.
"What's going on?"
Well,
you know. But
When TCU and Notre Dame play,
Do you think we'll ever get to the bottom of this? Will someone come out and say something?
I
doubt
feel
it.
like if we're gonna
Doubt
get to
it.
the bottom of it, it's gonna be you because you're gonna figure it out
Oh my
through your
gosh.
investigative journalism.
My spies, my sources flock to my DMs.
Out. But one thing I didn't know I needed to see was Mizzou gymnast Helen Hughes beam routine tattoo. Saw this on Instagram. This blew up in the group chat. This is so cool. I was like, this is so unique and such a special way to memorialize like a moment in your
Yeah.
sports career.
She ended.
I've
her
never seen this
college-
before.
She entered her college career as the national beam champion, and prior to that, in 2021, she tore her ACL. In 2023, she stepped away from gymnastics, went on an 11-month backpacking
No
trip all over the
way.
world, and refound her love for the sport. So to end it on this note, and then to have it tatted on her forever, I think is, I mean, it's so poetic.
Yeah.
So cool.
And
Love
such
this.
an interesting tattoo.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right, to round us out of our sports are fun moments, Katie Ledecky broke the 800-meter freestyle world record almost a decade after last setting it with an 8 minutes, 4 seconds, and 0.12 tenths, 12 tenths of a second.
It's so crazy. It's crazy to have the record, but to break your own record and then do it over 10 years later.
Yeah.
This is like insane, insane, insane.
I don't know if there's words to describe Katie Ledecky as an athlete and a swimmer.
Incredible.
I just don't I don't know if there is. I think it's just like you let the records speak for themselves.
And she's only 28 years old. So there's
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like
There's so much-
females, their athletic peak is typically around 30. So like she still's got a lot in the
I
tank.
mean, but I think that's changing nowadays with, medicine and technology. I think we're going to see players
longer, much longer.
advance longer,
For
which I
sure.
love.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
us.
Do you guys want to know how fast I can swim an 800 meter?
How
Yeah.
fast?
Probably like 16 minutes. I
She'll
did
give you a-
500 meters this Sunday, not knowing this was like going to be a question, and I did it in 7 minutes and 51 seconds, which is the fastest 500
Okay.
meters. I've never swam 800 meters straight. Let's just put it that way.
That's
period.
a lot.
I'm gonna need to.
We have things to work
soon.
up
Yeah.
to.
100%.
Right,
But
right.
it is crazy that she swims it this fast. Like, it's just, again, you can't really, I am not eloquent enough to put into words what she is able to do or has been able to do in the pool. So
that's a fish.
Shout out to her.
Swim cap off to you, girl.
Yes.
You know? You like that?
I liked that.
All right, guys. We got another great week of sports ahead for us. We got more WNBA action with the Sun and Liberty on Friday and the Valkyries and Mercury on Sunday. Of course, NWSL keeps rolling on with matchups like Portland versus San Diego. I'm excited about that one. Our friends Kansas City versus our friends Kansas City Current versus Bay FC. And we'll see if the Spirit can bounce back against the Stars. I'm thinking that they can. Unfortunately, the Stars having a tough time. We also have the PWHL playoffs starting on the 7th, along with the College Softball Conference Championships going on this week. A lot happening.
Yeah.
Stay locked in.
I'm gonna
Go
sit on
Pride.
my couch.
Go Pride. Let's go.
Go.
Gotham, be
There you
serious
go.
this week.
Like we keep saying, there is no better time to be a women's sports fan. Thank you for tuning in to another week of Sports Are Fun. And make sure you subscribe to Just Women's Sports and Sports Are Fun to stay up to date on everything happening. Subscribe, like, follow. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.